Bienvenidos, Terrans. Welcome aboard the mysterious chirp. This is Raven. Buckle up. It's about to get in.
I couldn't believe it. I was finally there on Planet Jemison, ready for a tropical getaway to renew my spirit and get my groove back. I was as far away from my ship as I could get without wasting my whole leave on travel, and I was ready for adventure, romance, whatever my getaway brought me. It was all going to be so relaxing. Stardate. No. I am on vacation. Dear Diary, the smell of sea air, the sound of pitch gulls, and the feel of sand messing up my new strappy sandals. Yeah, this was a bad idea. Okay, maybe not a bad idea in the putting gum in the hyperdrive way, but definitely a bad idea in the why did I spend all those credits on this very short beach dress way? Why is it the less fabric they use to make the Scotsing dress, the more it costs?
Welcome to Srecha Beach. Enjoy a relaxing drink at the tiki bar on your left.
Ooh, that sounds...
Luxuriate and heal at our renowned spas to your right.
Ooh, I
or
could get...
enjoy the perfect sand and sea before you. Welcome to paradise on Planet Jemison. Overexposure to our sun rays can cause sun cancer. Not all beverages are for all species. Avoid deep dermal layer exfoliation, especially if you are aquatic. Know your personal and your species limitations. Paradise on Jemison not responsible for death by shark, radiation, alcohol poisoning, Muji bites, or internal combustion.
Yep, there it is. Paperwork nightmare. Sammy will flip a bantha. What am I doing here? I don't even like frozen drinks with little umbrellas. At least I don't think I do. Okay, Weathers McQueen, what's it going to be? Sand and salt water in every nook and cranny, or an overpriced, watered-down intoxicant?
Everybody out of the water! Shrieking eel spotted at the edge of the swim area!
Ooh, overpriced drink it is. Barkeep, is this seat taken?
No, ma'am. It's all yours. What do you have?
I don't know. Pick something red.
I recommend the Caliph. Goes down easy, doesn't hit too hard. Tastes okay. Little like Dust Dong.
Thank you. Barkeep, I'll have one of those.
Coming right up.
I'm Minerva. Scots Wales, why did I pick that? Something softer. Saffron. Saffron.
Not Minerva?
Minerva Saffron? Yes, Saffron's my middle name.
Are you sure?
No, but I'm really trying to get away from it all. Think about something besides work for a change. Be someone I don't ever get a chance to be.
I understand. I am as well. That's not entirely true. I do need to have time away from the life I was leading before to figure out which trail to follow next. But I know who I am.
Me too. But this self, the self that might want to wear something impractical and read some salty nonfiction and not be in charge of everything, is also me. And I'm naming her Minerva, just for this short time.
Okay. I suppose a grovelin's the same to itself, no matter what the steadhands call him. Nice to meet you, Minerva. I'm Giancarlo, and the self I miss most is a range man.
Giancarlo. After this drink, I'm going to stroll along the beach and throw bar food at the pitch gulls. You are the only person I know on this entire planet, and I have just realized I do not want to spend my whole vacation by myself. Thoughts?
Oh, well.
Horse lords, I have gone and terrified the poor man. Weather McQueen, that is what you get for being yourself. Even a stone-skinned, smooth-talking range hand doesn't like your strong self. Don't worry about it. I am a grown-up, and I am perfectly content to enjoy all this on my own.
Well, I do have a few responsibilities, and I do need time to walk and consider the sky and my options.
Well, I thank you for the drink recommendation and the charming conversation.
But I believe it would do me good to sit a spell and walk a spell with you.
I believe it would do me good as well. Oh, I bet you thought we walked into the sunset together, or at least into my hotel room. But that's not exactly what happened. We did finish our drinks, and we did stroll on the beach. But it wasn't like they show you in the hollow brochures. The beach was packed with beings. It was so noisy, we couldn't hold a decent conversation. And then I stepped in. Well, I didn't even want to guess. Something that will forever remain a mystery. I had pretty much had it, and I got the feeling I wasn't the only one. I'm sorry, Giancarlo, but I can't do this. I think I'm going to my room and just enjoy some cool, quiet solitude. But I appreciate your time, and I thoroughly enjoyed your company.
I understand. I need to go rustle up some grub anyway.
Yes.
Ma'am.
He tipped his hat in turn, walking to a row of colorful lockers and giving me an eyeful of some very nicely contoured everything. It was enough, and I made my way to my room, a bubble bath, and a nap. The best thing so far about my vacation was the enormous bed. It was by far the most comfortable thing I had slept on in my life. Minerva, I had decided, would lounge in her elegant evening cozy wear and order from room service for dinner before reading her salty novel while propped up by, a dozen pillows. In the morning, I lounged around some more and then got bored out of my tree. Minerva might want to be fed bonbons while reclining on the divan, but I wanted to get some chow and do some exploring. I made my way to the dining room for brunch.
Good morning to you, madame. Would madame prefer a medium brief wait for a single table, or possibly share a table and conversation with a mysterious stranger?
I'm starved.
Mysterious stranger it is, then.
We wound our way through tables of people working hard to have fun and a few recovering from too much fun the night before. I swear I saw at least 6 celebrities pretending to be incognito and at least one politico.
Just around this palm tree, madame, and merci bien for feeling adventurous. We are quite full at the moment. Ah, bon, here we are.
Well, howdy, Minerva.
Monsieur, thank you for sharing your table. Apologies that the other patrons did not take you up on your kindness.
Oh, it's all right. I do look intimidating. I'm used to it.
I will bring the lady a menu, no?
None. I know what I'd like. I knew what I'd like, all right. And it wasn't on the menu. I blamed the soft, snug leather he was wearing and the salty novel for my thoughts. Ordered some fancy egg thing I'd heard about and had a seat. How was your morning? Any plans for the day?
Oh, explore the area, maybe get away from the hubbub. Or rent a speeder and find an interesting marketplace, maybe?
That sounds perfect. All this is lovely, but it's a lot.
That it is. At the evening meal last night, I was minding my own business as best I could at a larger communal table. There was a bit of a dust-up. I tried to help settle things, but there was too much drink flowing for that to happen, so I turned in early.
That sounds unpleasant. I'm sorry you had your night ruined.
It's all right. This meal with you is more than making up for it, sweetheart.
Ah, here you are, madame.
Thank you. Oh, what's this?
I took the liberty of bringing you our famous tea flight, the morning series. The first is a delicate...
There he is. There's the being that stole my necklace last night. My diamond necklace.
And before you could say Scott, your uncle, armed guards muscled over to the table and hauled Giancarlo away. He went willingly, said it would be a simple thing to sort out, but the guard still made a show of it, roughly taking his arms and yelling like he was resisting, which he wasn't. And the whole time, the being whose necklace was gone hurled accusations. I swear it was like they were performing for the crowd, finding an allocation for every letter in the alphabet. I couldn't take it anymore. I grabbed a curmuffin from the basket on the table and asked for the check. And could you please bring me a travel cup for my tea?
It was a family heirloom.
Surely Madame does not wish to mix her tea flight. It is simply not done.
I thought that here of all places would be safe to wear it.
I'm sure you'll live. Please?
It will be as Madame wishes.
Pretending to help he was. Took it right off me lovely neck, I'm sure he did.
Thank you. Here's my room card, and I'll pay for the other guest meal as well.
Thank you, Madame. Their departure is unfortunate. I will be right back.
Plotting, that's what he was doing. He's been eyeing me all afternoon.
I knew that part wasn't true, at least. Giancarlo had been eyeing me all afternoon. I didn't remember seeing this being or their jewelry, but the beach and the tiki bar had been crowded.
Et puis voilà, your cup and your receipt. Have a nice day.
Which way to the consulate? I need to make sure justice is done and peace is restored to this tropical haven.
Wow, the room burst in applause. I thought I was going to vomit. I poured all 6 of the separate teas into the same cup, much to the horror of the Zeltrons at the next table, and strolled to the nearest exit. I was going for the "I'm so bored with this, I'm in no hurry" look. I didn't want to attract attention, didn't want to seem as though I gave 2 seconds of thought about any of it. Because, of course, I did give a thought. The thought that if there was going to be any justice or peace, I would have to be the one to bring it. 2 days later, I had learned that the victim's name was Glitzador. They were from a large family with old money, and they made a living as a lifestyle influencer. Their latest craze was Beetle Dung Bingo. Apparently, you convinced a member of your drunken group of friends to draw a grid on your body in honey, then bet large sums on which square of honey the beetle would relieve itself. Sometimes multiple beetles would be released, and there were additional bets related to racing them, and a bonus if the beetles defecated in cosmetically optimizing ways. Honey beetle dung is bright crimson and stains most skin textures for a galactic month. By this time, Giancarlo had been released on his own recognizance, although his ID and travel permits were being held. I only knew that because I saw him sitting alone with a glass of water at dinner that evening and had joined him.
Beetle Dung Bingo. And I thought I had seen everything.
Another flash in the pan craze, I'm sure. Part of what intrigues me is how fast huge sums of credits change hands.
Meaning?
There are low-stake bets and groups, I'm sure, but Glitzador and their high-profile cronies always bet more than I earn per voyage, sometimes double what I earn or even more.
There's no way that's sustainable. You'd last less than a dozen moonrises if you ran a range hold like that.
My thoughts exactly. What does Glitzador owe? Who actually owns the necklace, or maybe was wearing it? The playground of the rich and famous, a way to make people want to play the game and feel exclusive?
Yes, and maybe make them feel like they won't lose everything. After all, if the number 1 player can still afford to be here and dress that way, winning should be easy. Maybe that's the messaging.
So how do we find out if that's true? That Glitzador still has enormous wealth? And why would someone steal that necklace in a place like this?
Yeah. With the heightened security and comfort the wealthy expect. I like how you think, Minerva. You're as keen as the great John Wayne. Along those lines, why would Glitzador accuse me so publicly? In my, I admit, limited experience with these high society types, image is everything, and the Drock is usually shoved under the carpet.
Where it still stinks, but no one important can be blamed.
I have an idea. Excuse me? Pardon me, please?
Hello there. Could I order something?
Oh, hello, madame. But of course, my apologies. I didn't see you. More tea, perhaps?
Actually, I'd like to set things
What
right
would
by...
madame like to order?
You're absolutely on target. I'd like tea, please. The second one from the flight you gave me.
Excellent choice, madame.
I'd also like to do what little I can to make that poor, beautiful Krovic feel better. Perhaps I could cover their tab here? If they have one. Maybe it would help ease the tension and help make your day better, too.
Madame is exceedingly kind, but such a thing is not possible.
Oh, you're not disrespecting the lady now, are you?
Madame, I mean no disrespect. I only mean that the tab is astronomical. Literally. The last time the tab was this high, the family had to give Paradise Resort all development rights to a small planet they own. It is, as they say, an ill-kept secret.
Oh, my. Please do let me know if I can help, though.
Thank you, madame. I will bring your tea.
That was illuminating.
Like the sky at moonrise.
So, what are we thinking? Public outcry about missing necklace at a fancy resort to do, what? Post on the media feeds? Get their millions of influential followers to rally around them?
That makes sense, though, don't it? What if they need a fall guy? This whole thing feels like a performance somehow. No one knows me, I'm not at my former place of employment, and I'm from a small planet in the middle of a lonely galaxy. Even if I do get released sometime down the road, they just pay a fine, quiet-like.
Good point. So what are we saying? That the necklace wasn't really stolen? Maybe, maybe not? Plenty of smart, rich people have a descendant that doesn't know how to play the game. That is one hot mess after another.
Darling, a true word has never been spoken. On the other side of the fence post, maybe they were playing the game. But I could think of a few reasons why a necklace would have to be stolen. To sell secretly, for example?
Ooh, or for the insurance. I'm not sure, but I'd guess it would be hard to sell illegally. If you needed the money, why not just auction the Scotsing thing? It doesn't make sense.
Good point. Why not hold an auction? To save face? Or maybe the necklace isn't worth selling.
I like how you think, Giancarlo. So how are we going to figure this out? I assume we don't have long before the local authorities are persuaded to keep you locked up as the most probable suspect.
Minerva, I'm right sorry. You've been a lifeline for me, and without you, I wouldn't be able to get this resolved in a peaceful fashion. But it's my road now, and mine alone.
Giancarlo, what are you saying?
We haven't known each other long, but it doesn't take long to know the true nature of someone who stands out in the herd. You're a special woman, and I hope you find what you're looking for. But I need to ride solo.
What? Why?
It's my fight, and I won't be responsible for you coming to harm on my account, ma'am.
Then he tipped his 12-gallon hat and walked away, his boot spurs softly clinking against the floor. I couldn't believe it. Who did he think he was, telling me what I could and could not do? My captain? And another thing, what was with this whole lone rider on a lonely road bit? Problems are solved by a crew working together, not one person riding in on their own to save the day, thinking they, by themselves, are so much better than all the brains and experience of a group. Ugh! He made me so mad. Besides, I reminded myself, I am no piece of sugar cane needing to be handled gently, always in danger of breaking and way too sweet. I am Chief Mate Weathers McQueen. I have dealt with everything from debris fields to reavers. For Scott's sake, I considered just packing my things and cutting my vacation short. I also considered going after him, whacking him with the menu, and asking him to just give me an opportunity. But I'm not that kind of person. I realized that there was really only one thing I could do: solve the mystery myself, and do it before he did.
As a first-generation college student, I knew that going to Michigan Tech could change my life.
When I first came to Michigan Tech, I had no idea how far it would take me.
The moment I stepped foot on campus, I was welcomed with open arms and found a place where I belonged.
I made friends, studied hard, and had more than a few challenges along the way. But there was never a day that I didn't feel supported by the people around me.
Because of Tech, I'm ready for whatever comes next.
Because of Tech, I'm ready for whatever the future brings.
Visit mtu.edu/tomorrow.
Oh, dear diary. This morning, Giancarlo had the nerve to tip his head at me as I walked by with my tea. Needless to say, I ignored him. I also made sure I looked extremely good walking away. I found a seat not too far from Glitzador. I settled with my book, nibbling on the fruit at the table in a way I hoped was sophisticated and sensual. I flipped back in the book so I could turn the pages and listen in on the conversation without being distracted. Glitzador was just leaning over to give a friend a piece of juicy gossip when a shadow fell over the table and Giancarlo had the nerve to sit down.
Minerva, you've been looking at the same page while you ate that entire bowl of fruit.
Maybe I like fruit. Maybe it's a boring book.
Maybe you're trying to listen in.
Maybe I would not be just trying if you would leave me alone.
Sweetie, is that man bothering you? Oh, horse lords, it's the same person. Wait on.
Hey, now I'll leave y'all be, ma'am.
Giancarlo was impossible. But at least now I had it in. Oh my gosh, that was so upsetting. Thank you for helping me. I never dreamed the intergalactically famous Glitzador would be there to save me.
Sweetie, bring yourself over to the fun table.
So I did. What was I supposed to do? Say no? I spent a day with those folks. They took me on like I was a lost kiddo. I had to admit, having the best of everything brought to you every minute, I could get used to that. Or maybe not. Okay, I admit it. It got old. But I did get a look through Glitzador's handbag. Toothbrush and teeth pearlizing cream, nostril wipes, scented notebook, allergy cream, holographic pens of themselves to give away. The usual. Glitzador kept their device with them at all times, so I couldn't sneak a look at that. My big break came when we were at the loo and Glitzador needed help with their pearls.
Oh, my goodness gracious, this clasp's gone all funny again. Would you be a doll and put it on for me? That's right, just around me neck.
Of course, it would be an honor.
Before you do that, could you put some of my cream on the back of my neck? I have such sensitive skin.
Oh, you poor thing. So I did. The pearls on the necklace were large in various colors, luminous and imposing as whales. The clasp was slightly bent. I could see why Glitzador needed help with it. I was thinking about that on my way to breakfast the next morning. I'm no bling maven, but even I know that expensive jewelry is unlikely to cause an allergic reaction. And if they were actually allergic to a precious metal or gem or whatever, they're rich. They would make a big fuss about it, wear something else, and make it a fashion trend. I was so lost in thought that I wasn't really looking where I was going, rounded the corner, and crashed into something solid.
Minerva, are you all right?
I'm fine. I was just lost in thought. You can keep doing whatever it was you were doing.
Please don't go. I'd like to have another tea together, if that's okay with you.
Giancarlo, I would love to have tea with you, but are you going to pour it for me? Are you going to cut my biscuits so I don't hurt myself? I'm not a child, and I am not a fool, and unless you can see me for the intelligent, dynamic, fabulous person I am, I don't even want to talk to you. It's too frustrating.
Well, I just don't want to see you get hurt. I'm usually the one in charge in any given situation, and I protect those around me with a ferocity I don't think you can imagine.
Well, I am too. Do you want me to pull out your chair and help you with everything? Do you want me to tell you I'm afraid you'll be hurt, so don't bother doing anything? No, thank you. No. If you'll excuse me, I have a crime I've nearly solved, and I need to make a plan.
Okay. I admit I was wrong for that. Can you forgive me? Well, so tell me what you found.
Well, you see, I was helping Glitzador, and I discovered that those pearls, they're not real. The clasp is broken. You don't have a broken clasp on real pearls. Trust me on this one. They are probably fake.
Well, you know what? That makes sense. There were a dozen groups playing Dung Beetle Bingo. I joined in and learned Glitzador will bet anything when they run out of credits. Cars, kisses, firstborn, jewelry.
What if they bet the jewelry, but the family doesn't know? If they had copies made, they could have their cake and eat it too. And trust me, I know jewelry. That pearl necklace was definitely 99.9999% fake.
This is all a conjecture. There's no way we can get more information, and no one will believe it.
Does it matter? You said yourself the family has to save face. What if another influencer revealed that the necklace is a copy? They would stoke that fire just to replace Glitzador.
You know, I like the way your eyes kind of twinkle there when you get something cooking. Who do you think that little blood-sucking leech is?
Ooh, I already know. You ready? It's Splenda. She cannot say enough good things about Glitzador, but will put a dagger through their heart if it took them to the top.
Whew. I'll tell you what, Minerva. When you're coming down to the point, you're more prettier than the 3 moons of Orvian Prime lined up on solstice. And you're hotter than a marshmallow on fire.
I'm glad you realized that. Now I have an idea. How about we put the finishing touches on our plan in my hotel room? And we did.
This episode has been sponsored by the incredibly talented Yasmin Toison. Thank you. And thank you, Terrans, for listening to The Mysterious Chirp. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Patreon, and our website to catch behind-the-scenes information and learn more about the characters, cast, and production team. And now, the credits. The Mysterious Chirp is a monthly science fiction podcast written by Holly Adams and the cast of TMC, and produced by Shearwater Productions and Christopher Plummer of Michigan Tech University. The cast, in order of appearance: Jessica Cooney as Raven, Carmen Wilson as Weathers McQueen, a.k.a. Minerva, Charles Coates as Giancarlo, a.k.a. Levi Archer, Holly Adams as the voiceover, the barkeep, and Glitzador, and Connor Fleming as the Waitron. Dialogue editing by Rainey Alexiev. Theme music by Ryan Terrell. Additional music provided by Jonah Rady and Riverside FM. Thanks again. If you liked this episode, check out the RomCom formula. Journey on.